Welcome everybody back to LJ's Comic Bro. My name is Jay. I'm the host for the show. And the first thing I'm going to say is, if you like what you're watching, you like what you're seeing, dear God, if you like the words coming out of this mouth, please like, please subscribe, please share, and most of all, most important, please leave a comment, because the best thing about doing a show like this is to be actually be able to have a conversation with those with like interests like myself. So, first things first, I hope you guys have all so far had a great week. I want to welcome any kind of new subscribers that I've gotten to the channel. I appreciate you subscribing to my show. I'm trying to at least get to 100 before episode 50, which is, I think, coming out next week, so, or the week after, one of the two. So, here's the praying. But another thing that's really important to me, that one, if you have any questions or have any concerns about doing any kind of rescues, please reach out. My wife and I have been doing rescues for quite some time now. We know a lot of the ins and outs and everything. And dear God, if you have any kinds of questions that we personally can't answer about any kind of animal that you guys are looking to rescue, we'll make sure that you at least be able to go into the right direction and be able to get the answer that you're looking for. So, let's get to some books here. I am really happy and excited to be able to share off some of these books. I just got them over on Monday for the last 2 weeks. So I had to do a little crunch time here to be able to put out a show here on New Comic Book Day. I'm first going to start off with a few of the books that, one, are not mine. They're actually my wife's books. So let's start off with a few of those. First one I'm going to show you is Chris Claremont is now back in the X-Men comic scene with Wolverine Manticore Knights issue number 3. Now, I have read the other issues. They're flippin' fantastic. I absolutely enjoyed reading the other issues. But this one I actually just didn't have the time to get into it. I probably will read it a little later. Probably right after I get done making this video, just to go through it and just to see how good it still is. Because Chris Claremont is, well, in comic book world, he is the X-Men godfather. And I know Stan Lee and they've had so many different writers. I know it just went blank on me, some of the other writers, but they've had some amazing writers. But where you're going to find most of the issues that people want to collect, people are trying to gather, that is the Chris Claremont issues. So next issue I want to show you is Wolverine number 48, which means there's only 2 more issues left for this Wolverine run. I did check that out. Percy is completely giving it up after issue 50. So let me show this bad boy off to you. And if you are looking, I know it's 2 issues left, but if you're looking for the adult version of some of the amazing Wolverine stories, this right here is where to find them. Benjamin Percy has been writing some amazing stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't start reading it until this Fall of X storyline came into play. And yes, I don't understand it, why it still says Fall of X. I absolutely believe he's not even looking at the covers anymore. He's just pushing out the last 2 books because I'm sure he's moving on to another different project. So, yeah, you've missed out. Last 2 more issues are coming out, and that'll be the end of the run. Guys got to go out and you guys got to go pick up those collections, because that is definitely one way to read some amazing Wolverine stories. All right, from the creators of Stray Dogs, I do have Feral issue number 2. I've read nothing but great reviews about this story. Is it going to pop up like Stray Dogs? The prices and everything, I really don't know. Personally, it's my wife's book. I'm hoping that she's actually enjoying it. She hasn't told me anything about it recently. So, I will say though, from the reviews I've read from other people, fantastic book. It's on issue number 2, and I'm probably pretty sure it's already on Issue number one's already on second print as of now, or probably third print. God knows they printed so many of the Stray Dogs it wasn't funny, to the point where it actually brought down pretty much, I think, issue number one from Stray Dogs from almost like 60, $70 to collect until like $20. I'm not kidding. So do yourself a favor, go pick out. That is another great book. Here's another one my wife got into, and she has not told me anything about it. It's the great Tom King. He is writing Animal Pound. I have not read this one either. I know my wife did read the very first issue. She absolutely loved it. This is issue number 3. So I couldn't tell you if she read number two or not. I mean, she had just had a busy work season that just happened. So I'm sure right now she's just kicking back and relaxing from reading more stuff. Hell, tonight it'll be our first like date night in forever because of her work. So, but on a note, Animal Pound, the great Tom King, awesome writer, doing it from what I have heard, and a great story. So, all right, the next issue I want to show you is issue number 6, Spider-Boy, Dan Slott. Dan Slott has turned my head, has made me a fan. I absolutely love this. I'm so glad I have collected ever since this character has been created. I'm glad I really didn't fall behind on this guy. I know he's not going to be the Miles Morales of this generation or anything, but it's a fun character. It's not to be taken serious. It's not to be sitting there going, thinking, he's going to be going through some crazy stuff. This is just more some fun stuff, some things that you're sitting there thinking to yourself, how the hell did he get himself into this mess? Absolutely fun story. If you're looking for a fun spider story, this is the story right here. It's nothing to be even taken in any way serious or in any way, shape, or form. It's just a great story by Dan Slott. And I won't say that much. I really won't. Was not a fan of his Spider-Man stories. So with that, man, Dan Slott, kudos. All right, the next issue I wish I would have went without reading. I know it's a facsimile of a story, and I felt it was important for the storyline, and I actually started falling asleep in the middle of reading it. That's how uninviting it was to read, and I love Al Ewing, but yeah, this one goes without saying. It's just not that great. This is Roxanne Presents Thor, issue number 1. Obviously, it's probably going to be the only issue. Beautiful artwork there. Al Ewing did do the writing. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Al Ewing, and yeah, if it was a star, it was out of 5 stars, this would have been like a half a star. So there you go. For all those that are reading Thor, it's actually a pretty light book. I don't even think it's 32 pages. So I fell asleep middle of 6 or 7. So, oh well. All right. So James Tynion IV has been putting out such an amazing collection behind his name. He is absolutely coming out with a nice house on the lake. I think part 2. Personally, I will not be collecting that one. I actually think it will never match the first one. So I dare to say I don't think I'm going to pick it up. And I know Blue Book is actually a volume 2, but I've never heard of it before. So I just picked it up and started collecting, and I'm almost done. I think it's got 2 more issues left. So let me show you here. Blue Book, 1947. The story goes by very quickly. It's pretty much the backstory of a quick summary of backstory of UFO with a second story second story, after it, which I thought was probably even better than the main story, though that James Tynion wrote both of them. Like I said, he has done some impressive writing. With all the comics that he has done so far, you really, I don't think he's ever failed and written a bad story yet. So if you're looking for a really cool UFO story, this is issue number 3. Please go pick up issue number 1 and 2. All right. I absolutely love this. Yeah. I actually love this one. So, this is Giant Size Hawk. I don't like the cover. It was more of a mere accident when I was sitting there ordering it, when I'm ordering it on the app. And yeah, I canceled it from one store, went to go order it at another store, and unfortunately, it only allowed me not to order cover A, but to order cover B, cover C. So I'm stuck with the Stormbreakers cover. Personally, it is not my favorite cover, and dear God, that's the one thing, if you see a really cool cover, please, I'd love to be able to debate it and tell you if I believe in it or not, but dear God, this one is not it. This is Stormbreakers, Giant Size Hawk, issue number 1. I love the story. I absolutely love the story. It was a huge break from the artwork, and I do want to show that real quick to you. The comparison is almost night and day, and I'm glad we're away from that other crappy artwork we got going on. Obviously, there is a backstory. I forget what Hawk it is in the backstory, but look, this night and day artwork. It doesn't look like the Hawk is just put there last. He looks like he's the focal point in the story. So I'm going to tell you, this is definitely one of those. I wish I would have been able to skip over the last storyline, but this actually does continue that. Hawk's fighting another crazy villain. So, like I said, it's beautiful artwork. I'm glad we dumped that other crap. I apologize to the artist. I'm sure he put in some hard work, but yeah, some things definitely had to change, and I'm glad to see some actual amazing artwork for this issue. All right, the last issue I'm going to show you is Avengers Twilight, issue number 5. Winner, chicken dinner. Chip Zdarsky. Awesome. I love the story. I think there's only one more issue left, and it's book number 6. I'm going to be so sad when this ends. This is Daniel Acuna does some amazing artwork in this, and this is basically, you see Stark fight his son in midair. Absolutely cool battle between the two, and father, something that's no spoiler, father outsmarting the son. So it was beautiful work, and I love to see where this ends. This is pretty much what I feel. This is Marvel's version of the Dark Knight with the Avengers Twilight, and I think it lives up to it. I really do. I believe this absolutely lives up to it. Is it going to be worth whatever that Frank Miller? Who cares? Who cares? Because if you got the time and took the time to be able to read this story, I absolutely think, I think it out, at least in artwork, I think it outdoes it. Does it do it in storyline? No. I mean, it is Batman First Night, but in artwork and story, if you're going to combine them both, yeah, Avengers Twilight got it for me. So, but it's storyline. If you're just going to go storyline to storyline, yeah, it's Dark Knight all the way. But this has been an amazing job by Chip putting this together. And I actually got another cover for this same book. Kind of reminds me of The Dark Knight. So I sat there and I was like, fuck, we gotta get this book. This is an awesome book. To be able to show this off and kind of get that going. So those are the books, dear God, that I ended up picking up on Saturday to be able to share with you. I absolutely hope that you enjoyed it. Tell me which cover that you liked. Tell me which book that you think that you're reading, or you're taking your busy time. I mean, taking some time out of your busy day to be able to read. Love to be able to hear about it. And if you like what you're watching and you like what you're seeing, dear God, and if you like the words coming out of this mouth, please like, please subscribe, please share, and please leave a comment. Like I said, the best thing about doing this show is to be able to have that interaction with those with definitely like interests like myself, because that's kind of hard to find here in York, Pennsylvania. So, and one more time, if you're having any problems, any issues, any questions, whatever, and you're sitting there and you're wanting to rescue, please reach out. If I can't help, like I said, I will definitely be able to point you in the right direction for looking for those answers, from those questions that you probably have. I would love to be able to help you guys out. So hopefully see you guys next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. From my family to your family, have a great week and enjoy.